Art is another lens, a new perspective. Presenting art is how different perspectives are made known. Artists today use galleries to present their art and gain recognition. Everyone has differing backgrounds and unique input, so art is a great way to learn. Focusing on Asian American art, I will be discussing 3 topics: the artist experience, gallery history, and then a brief history of Asian American art. Here we're getting a look at Andrew Bay's art gallery in downtown Chicago, which features contemporary works by Asian artists. Although I couldn't get an interview with any artists featured in this gallery, it was still amazing to see their work. Kaesuk Jiam is a Korean artist who made these wire dress sculptures. Jiam has a background of designing costumes for dance theater productions, and it shows pretty clearly through her work. I was still able to do pretty good research on Jackie Tileston, a really great American painter who was born in the Philippines. Tileston described the experience of painting as a place where physical material meets philosophy. Painting is a form of embodied cognition, a meta-language, a game of free play in a land of signifiers and visual infinities. She says her paintings feed off the history of abstraction, physics, traditional Eastern imagery, Chinese landscape motifs, digital imaging, and other sources. So, Andrew Bay Gallery is a show that features many artists, but not all galleries have work for multiple people. Some are solo shows. I actually discovered Jackie Tileston when I was visiting other galleries in the area at a solo gallery called ZG Gallery. I got to speak with Myra Cases, who is one of the owners in the studio. She had good insight on what it takes to put together an art exhibit.
Tell us this, and they said, oh, the show looks really great, and it's because of our own visual aesthetics that will lay something out a certain way. It's this kind of collaborative work with us.
Cases then described to me the time her artist, Benjamin Cook, wanted to do a full wall installation.
And it was funny because that particular installation that's on the wall right now, he said to us, I'm just going to paint the wall with these dots and you can put what you want on the wall.
To better appreciate the art we have today, it's important to reflect on art history. The book They Painted from Their Hearts talks about Asian American painters from Washington in 1910 to 1960 and the important foundation they laid for future artists. One of the artists mentioned is Shiro Miyazaki, and this is his painting titled Sunflowers. He came to Seattle from Nara, Japan, and was disinherited by his family for rejecting his father's Japanese newspaper business. His work resembles Van Gogh and Cézanne's with their post-impressionist feel. Here's work by another artist, Fei Chung, titled Uncle Post-War House. Born in Kwantung, China, he came to Seattle and studied art and calligraphy. He founded an art club and showed his work in solo shows. Asians living in America from 1910 to 1960 faced many hardships. From the Great Depression to marginalization of their communities to Asian exclusion laws, they were kept from pursuing an artistic occupation. Hearing about the difficulties they faced in that time brings a greater significance to this foundation they laid that I had mentioned earlier. So I drew my inspiration for this painting from these short essays on first-generation Asian artists.